First by Aiden, Luca, and Ty. Aiden, Luca, and Ty go to school and learn about hunter-gathering. When we go home, they make a time machine and they go back to the past life.
Back in the old days, you need to hunt to get food. You can't just go to the grocery store and get food. When they go to the past, they figured that they need to hunt for food. So Aiden started making the tools so that we can start hunting.
Luca discovered this cave. It was very big. We made beds out of animal fur. Aiden used his tools to get the fur. It was time to hunt for dinner. We killed deer and drank water from the river and ate berries off a tree. Aiden and Ty started a fire when Luca looked for stones to cook the meat over. When Aiden started the fire, when it started to rain, Ty had an idea to move it into the cave.
After all, we all had fun, and now it's time to go back home. We were all sad to leave the past life.
Hunter-Gatherers by Dylan and Nick. Hello, my name is Quandale Dingleman, and my son's name is Dilly Willy Nut. Somehow we got into the pasture just by eating some berries. As soon as we get into the Stone Age, we see some deer. After we killed the deer, we made a fire so we can cook the meat.
While we were talking, we found another person. She told us that her name was Grace. After we met Grace, we went out looking for berries and food. After we found the berries, berry food, we ate them. We settled on our ground and stayed the night. When we woke up, we were back in the present again, but Grace was still with us. It was a very fun and in the Stone Age. We got to experience the lives of cavemen. Thank you.
Hunter-Gathering by Juliana and Savannah. Juliana and Savannah were helping Coco study for her social studies test on hunter-gatherings. We opened a book about hunter-gatherings and teleported into a book about hunter-gatherings in the Stone Age. Wow, Coco said. We need to find a cave and take a moment to think, Savannah said. Look, there's one over there, Juliana said. We walked towards the cave and got to work.
Coco, get the water from the stream 30 feet down. Juliana, you pick the berries and fruit from the trees over there, and I will cook, make fire, and take care of the cave. Let's roll, Savannah said. Juliana got to work, found berry bushes outside of the cave that were only a few steps away. Meanwhile, Savannah started to get sticks to make a fire. She saw a video last week on how to start a fire. Coco went to get the water 30 feet down from the stream.
The day started to come to an end. We finished eating dinner and just like that, we were back in the library. That was such a fun day, Coco said. Juliana said, well, I'm going to go back home. Good luck, Coco, on your test, Savannah said. Yeah, I'm going to go home too. Today was so much fun, Juliana and Coco said. That was a day in the life of a hunter-gatherer.
Oh, hunter-gatherers. A long time ago, there was a group of hunter-gatherers. They were sleeping in a group of 15 tents with 5 people per tent. After they woke up, they went straight to the river to start catching fish. The women went to the small brook by the bushes and trees to find and pick some fresh berries for breakfast. In the meantime, teens and kids went to the river to fetch some fresh water and filter it by themselves before the adults came back for breakfast, while the other group of teens were staying back to gather some firewood to start a fire to cook breakfast. One of the group of kids were finding antlers and bows to make weapons and utensils for eating.
The group that was finding bones and antlers were very close friends, are inseparable. The eldest of the group are Kelly and John. The youngest of the group was Cassidy and Casey. For today, some of the adults came along. Karen, bossy, thinks she is smart and very annoying. And there is Cecilia, who is kind, caring, smart, and very helpful. And then there is Rick, who is pretty much the dumb one, and knows what to do but can't do it. FYI, he just barely knows what to do. Finally, the rest of the group came back for breakfast. The adults put all the fish they caught to cook over the fire. After breakfast, After breakfast, the group decided to keep themselves busy by cave painting, playing music, and small conversations. Then the group set out in the same small groups as this morning to catch food for lunch. Some men caught more fish, and another group of men gathered and killed 2 deer while a group of women went to the dry fields to gather and crush some meat to make flatbread, while a tiny group of a few women and teens to collect fruits and berries.
One day while Zoe, Haley, Jasmine, Olive, and Melody were eating dinner, they had a conversation about hunter-gatherers. What if we lived a day as a hunter-gatherer? Said Melody.
We wouldn't survive the day, explained Olive.
Melody then noticed a black, purple, and red dot getting bigger. Zoe also saw it. Next thing you know it, they were all staring at it. Melody took her phone out to take a photo, but the dot stuck in her phone. Then they all realized it was a portal. It got so big, they all got sucked in. Meanwhile, Jesse's Fitliner, Jason, and Blake were playing Uno. The same portal appeared and sucked them in too.
Did I win? Explained Jesse.
No, we didn't win, said Melody. The real question is, where are we? Said Jason. Jesse and Melody will order them jobs. Zoe, Haley, you will find fur. Fitliner, Jason, you will find food. Jasmine and Blake, you will pick berries. All of you do whatever. Fitliner, where can we find food? Asked Jason.
Maybe in the field, explained Fitliner.
Jason's Fitliner went to the field. When they got there, they saw a wild chicken. We can use this for food, said Jason. With Zoe and Haley, Zoe need to find food before it gets dark. It'll be too cold outside, said Haley. Okay, said Zoe. 2 minutes later, they found a bear. We can use this bear for food, said Haley happily. Let's name it Fred, said Zoe. There's no time for that, Zoe. Now where's Musketeer? Meanwhile, with Jasmine and Blake, where are all the berry bushes? Questioned Jasmine. Wait, is that a berry? Once they were all done, they came back to the cave. When they got in the cave, they saw Olive trying to make cave drawings. 7:35 p.m.
It's almost handy, said Jesse.
You can go get the rocks and sticks for the fire, ordered Melody. A few minutes later, Olive came back. Then they had dinner. As they were packing up to go to sleep, the portal appeared to take them back home.
Cave Life by Valentina and Caitlin. A long time ago, some Wolverines were very like cave people. During that time period, animals that are now extinct roamed the earth. There was no electricity, no phones, and no hot water. Just a river that a small tribe called Tribe Chicago used.
Evelyn is our 2 18-year-old girls from Tribe Chicago. They were best friends.
Evelyn and Isa have been gathering fruits and carrying animals since they were about 3.
When they were younger, they would climb trees to help get fruits down. But now they use sticks to help get the fruit. Sometimes they are sent to get grain from the field and use sharp rocks to collect the grain.
Isa sat down and started to skin some meat and fat away from a piece of meat for a while. Evelyn cooked a piece of meat on a rock over the fire. The meat sizzles on the rock when they flipped the meat with a stick.
Finally, I finished, exclaimed Evelyn. Finished what? Asked Isa, who was focused on the meat. The pellet, Evelyn said proudly. We were lucky enough to get some more damage, said Evelyn.
I know that. I'm cooking the meat right now, exclaimed Issa as she flipped the meat stick disc.
Ooh, I think it's ready, Issa said excitedly. She took the meat off of the rock and cut it with a small and sharp rock. So Evelyn and her could eat the meat after dinner.
Evelyn and Issa decided to draw on the cave walls about everything that had happened that day. They drew about the leaf and bark fishing nets, the rock and stick arrows, and how they got the woolly man.
They drew these with the pigment from rocks and dirt.
That was the life of a hunter-gatherer.
Hunter-Gatherers by Christian Anthony.
Once upon a time, Jonathan and Mary lived with each other. Jonathan gets on his hunting clothes. He goes to get his hunting crew. They hunt for deer and mammoth. Meanwhile, Mary is picking berries. When Jonathan went hunting, first he tried chasing some deer. Then, all 20 shots failed. Next, he tried digging some holes by the water. Finally, it took way too long for an animal to come. So after coming back with no food, he decided to go fishing. He also caught some fish for dinner.
As soon as Mary finished dinner, she started to gather. And when she started gathering, she got some berries, and etc. After Mary finished, she stored the food for tomorrow.